IBRAHIM Traoré pretends to be a cleaner to test his military personnel. General IBRAHIM Traoré stood in the dimly lit hallway of the military barracks, dressed in the plain uniform of a janitor. His face was partially hidden under a cap, his posture slightly hunched to appear unassuming. No one would suspect that the man mopping the floors was, in fact, the highest-ranking officer in the base. This was his idea test. He had spent years leading his men, but he needed to see their true character. How did they treat those they believed were beneath them? Were they disciplined, respectful soldiers, or did they abuse their authority when they thought no one important was watching? Tonight, he would find out. The first soldier who noticed him was Corporal Diallo, a young recruit with a reputation for arrogance. He barely glanced at IBRAHIM as he walked past, but then suddenly stopped and turned. "You," he barked. "This hallway is supposed to be spotless by 0600. Why is it still dirty?" IBRAHIM kept his head down, continuing to mop. "I'm working on it, sir." Diallo scoffed. "Work faster. Or do I need to report you to your supervisor?" IBRAHIM said nothing, but he noted the disrespect. A few doors down, Lieutenant Keita, a stern but fair officer, passed by. He paused, watching IBRAHIM for a moment before speaking. "You're new here, aren't you?" IBRAHIM nodded. "Yes, sir." Keita studied him, then said, "The night shift is tough. If you need a break, take one. Just make sure the job gets done." A flicker of approval passed through IBRAHIM's mind. This one understands leadership. As the night wore on, more soldiers passed by. Some ignored him, others made snide remarks. But one man, Sergeant Diarra, took things too far. Diarra was a burly man with a reputation for bullying lower-ranked personnel. He strode up to IBRAHIM and deliberately knocked over a bucket of water. "Oops," he said with a mocking grin. "Clean that up, old man." IBRAHIM clenched his jaw but knelt to wipe the floor. Diarra laughed. "Good. You learn fast. Maybe you'll last longer than the last cleaner." IBRAHIM said nothing, but his mind was sharp. This man has no discipline, only cruelty. General IBRAHIM Traoré sat alone in his room the next morning. He thought to himself, "I don't think I should go to work today. The way those soldiers treated me yesterday was very bad." He felt ashamed. "So this is what cleaners go through in the military department?" he said quietly. It shocked him. Soldiers he trusted had shown their real behavior. But deep inside, IBRAHIM smiled. "Those fools will pay dearly," he thought. "I wanted to see the truth, and now I have seen it." After a while, he stood up, wore simple clothes, and headed back to the military department. Later that day, the final test happened. Captain Ba, one of the respected but quiet officers, came around. IBRAHIM was struggling to lift a heavy box of supplies. It was very obvious he needed help. Without saying anything, Captain Ba quickly stepped forward and helped him lift the box. "You shouldn't be doing this alone," Ba said calmly. "Next time, ask for help." IBRAHIM looked at him. He saw honesty and kindness in Captain Ba's eyes. This is a true leader, IBRAHIM thought to himself. "So we still have good people in this department," he said quietly in his mind. When dawn broke, it was time to reveal everything. IBRAHIM removed his janitor's uniform and put on his full general's uniform, with all his badges and insignia shining proudly. He walked boldly to the courtyard and ordered an immediate assembly. All the soldiers quickly gathered, confused but standing at attention. Then IBRAHIM stepped onto the platform. As soon as they saw him, gasps filled the air. Some soldiers' mouths fell open. Diallo turned pale immediately. Diarra's proud smirk disappeared completely. Ibrahim looked at them one by one and started speaking in a strong, clear voice. "I have spent the last 2 days among you," he said. "Some of you showed respect. Some of you showed kindness." He paused and looked around sharply. "But some of you," he said as his face hardened, "showed disgrace." Diarra began to shift on his feet, looking very uncomfortable. Ibrahim continued, "You didn't only disrespect me, but you also disrespected the country. I am your leader here and your leader there, but you didn't recognize it." There was heavy silence. You could hear a pin drop. Then Ibrahim called, "Sergeant Diarra." Diarra snapped to attention, fear in his eyes. "Sir," he answered. "You are hereby demoted to private," Ibrahim said coldly. "Report to the disciplinary unit at once." Diarra's face twisted with shock. "Sir, He tried to speak. "Now," Ibrahim ordered sharply. Diarra gave a weak salute and marched away, his face red with shame. After that, Ibrahim turned towards Captain Ba. "Captain Ba," he said, "your leadership and kindness do not go unnoticed. You are hereby promoted to Major." Captain Ba stood even taller. Pride and happiness filled his face. "Thank you, General," he said with a firm salute. Finally, Ibrahim faced the whole group again. "A soldier is not defined by his rank, but by his character," he said. "Remember that." He looked at them deeply. "Dismissed," he said finally. The soldiers broke ranks, whispering among themselves. Everyone understood the message clearly that day. Respect is something you earn by your actions, not something you force because of your position. True leaders are known by how they treat those they think cannot do anything for them. That day, IBRAHIM TRAORÉ got his answer. He knew the ones he could trust. And because of the hard lesson he taught them, the army would be stronger and better. Before he left, he gave them one last advice. Kindness takes nothing away from you. Instead, it makes you a better human being. Always remember that. After Sergeant Diarra was demoted to private, he went home. He was very angry, but deep inside, he knew it was his fault. "The way I treated that cleaner was very bad," he thought. "I should have apologized." He sat on the bed, his hands covering his face. A few minutes later, his wife entered the room. She looked at him and frowned. "Honey, what is wrong? Why are you carrying a long face?" she asked. Diarra didn't know how to explain. Then, all of a sudden, he broke down and started crying. "I nearly lost my job today," he said with a shaking voice. "You won't believe it. That new cleaner in the military department, he is not a cleaner at all." His wife sat down beside him, confused. "Wait, what? Who is he?" she asked quickly. Diarra wiped his tears and said, "He is a military captain. In fact, he is the president." "What?" his wife gasped, her eyes wide open. "Are you serious?" He nodded sadly. "So what happened?" she asked again, still shocked. "I disrespected him," Diarra said quietly. "I thought he was just a mere cleaner, a nobody." His wife shook her head. "Can you hear yourself?" she said. "Even if he was truly a cleaner, does that mean you should look down on him because your position is higher?" Diarra stayed silent, feeling ashamed. "In fact," she continued, "you are in big trouble." "So, did he sack you?" Diarra sighed heavily. "Woman, didn't I just tell you? I nearly lost my job. That means I didn't lose it." His wife crossed her arms and looked at him sharply. You see this behavior of yours? You need to change. Learn to be polite." Diarra frowned. "Really? Polite? In the military? Where I come from, we were trained rough. You can never see a soldier smiling. Do you know what we went through? What our superiors did to us? The torture, the pain." He shook his head. "In fact, I don't even like to think about it." His wife touched his shoulder softly. "I understand, darling," she said gently. "But listen, being respectful, kind, and thoughtful doesn't take anything away from you." Diarra sighed again. "I think that's what your captain is trying to teach you," she added. "Hope you didn't quit your job?" she asked carefully. Diarra chuckled weakly. "Why will I quit? Am I stupid?" he said with a small laugh. His wife smiled brightly. "I love my job dearly," Diarra said. "Don't worry, honey. I will do better." "Wow," his wife said, laughing. "This is the first time I have seen you smile properly. Coming from a soldier, it's a miracle." They both laughed together. For the first time in a long while, Diarra felt lighter inside. Maybe, just maybe, it was time for him to change. The next morning, Private Diarra woke up early. He wore his uniform neatly, cleaned his boots, and headed straight to the military department. When he got there, he went directly to the captain's office. He knocked on the door gently. "Come in," a strong voice said from inside. Diarra opened the door and entered. He saw General IBRAHIM TRAORÉ sitting behind the desk, checking some documents. Diarra quickly stood straight and gave a smart salute. "Sir," he said loudly, "I want to apologize for my behavior towards you. I didn't know you were the captain. Please forgive me." General IBRAHIM looked up at him calmly. "I forgave you long ago," he said simply. "I don't bear any grudges." Diarra's heart felt lighter immediately. "I promise, sir," Diarra continued, "I will do better. I will not disappoint you." General IBRAHIM nodded. "The reason I demoted you," he said slowly, "was not to be hard on you. It is part of your training." He paused, looking Diarra straight in the eyes. "That word, discipline," he said firmly. "I want to reshape you, to help you become a better version of yourself." Diarra stood quietly, listening carefully. "If I see your hard work and a real change in you," IBRAHIM continued, "I might reconsider and give you a better position." Tears almost filled Diarra's eyes, but he held them back like a true soldier. "Thank you so much, sir," he said, his voice full of gratitude. General IBRAHIM gave a small smile and nodded. "You can go now," he said. "And remember, every day is a chance to prove yourself." Diarra gave a deep salute and marched out proudly. From that day onwards, everything changed in the department. No one looked down on anyone again. Every soldier, no matter their rank, respected the other. They all minded their work and treated the cleaners, drivers, and even visitors with kindness and honor. And slowly, the military department became not just stronger, but better. All because of one simple lesson. Respect is not about titles. Respect is about being human. Well, on the bright side, IBRAHIM TRAORÉ is more like a president than just a military captain. He is not the type that is harsh or wicked to his military personnel. In fact, he is a true leader, a leader that shows us the right way, the path to greatness. If you have someone like IBRAHIM TRAORÉ leading you, you have gold in your hands. Because real leaders are rare, and IBRAHIM TRAORÉ is one of them. What did you learn from this story? Please, comment your thoughts. Tim, do you think what he did was right or wrong? Let's hear your opinion. Please subscribe to this channel for more inspiring stories about IBRAHIM TRAORÉ. Don't forget to hit the notification bell after subscribing so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video every week.